Peace, peace, beautiful beings, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Coach V, and I thought it would be a pretty cool idea if I shared with you all some of my favorite mental health self-care routines, and then possibly you'll find something that you like and that you would want to try to help you better cope with these challenging times that we are all experiencing globally. As you know, I am a holistic practitioner. I am a certified life coach, and I teach people how to take charge of their mental health without medication, like I did. So I specialize in teaching people alternative and holistic practices that align with the energetic flow in order to stay in charge of your mental health. So one of my most favorite practices that I do to maintain and support my mental health is meditation. Yes. So I like to I like to sit with my thoughts. I like to sit and listen for answers to questions that I've asked in prayer. I like to sit and focus on my breathing. However, admittedly, when I first started the practice of meditation, it was a challenge for me, just like it is for most people out there. And the challenge with meditation comes from being able to keep your thoughts in alignment with what your intent for the meditation is. A lot of times people experience mind chatter and they begin to think about what's for dinner, what happened at work, what the kids did at school, what is the spouse doing, my stomach hurt, the floor hurts, I gotta wash my hair, I can't believe they said this to me, and nowadays what's happening on TikTok. So there's so many different things to distract us during meditation. And so a lot of times when people are learning how to meditate, they are oftentimes told to focus on a spot on the wall. So sit in a quiet space, get comfortable, focus on a singular spot on the wall, and allow your attention to stay on that spot. People are also taught too at the beginning of learning meditative practices is to focus on their breathing. So intentionally focus on your inhale, focus on your exhale, focus on how long you're actually holding the breaths in between the inhale and the exhale. And I was taught those same exact habits and practices when I first began to meditate almost 10 years ago. Now I use a particular system that works for me and that stays in alignment with the life that I currently live. So I just wanted to share with you what this little tweak is, and maybe you can try it and come back on this video and let me know if it worked for you, how it worked for you, what different elements you added, so on and so forth. So when I meditate, I do focus on an item in an effort to keep my thoughts where I would like for them to stay. And in the inevitable situation that my thoughts begin to drift, I have this item with me that allows me to refocus and get back onto center, and to allow me to think about or listen for the answers that I originally were seeking to hear. So this is why I explain it this way. I pray as well, right? However, when I pray, I'm praying either to give thanks for something I've already received, or to give thanks for something I'm expecting to arrive, or to simply ask for something, right? And a lot of times that's why people pray. We very rarely engage in prayer to hear an answer. So how I explain to my clients the difference between prayer and meditation is that prayer is when you're asking for something or giving thanks for something. The meditation is when you sit and listen for the response. So again, prayer, how I explain it, is when you're asking or giving thanks for something. And the meditation is when you're sitting and listening for the answer. So even though we may pray for something personally, professionally, romantically, something for our family, we usually pray and just go on about our business. We don't practice being aware of the answer. We don't practice looking for clues. We just usually are taught to pray and leave it alone, which is also a great practice. I'm just offering that since we don't listen and pay attention after we pray, I'm just offering to share with you a practice that you can do that will help you sit and listen for the answer. Now, when you're new to this, it's common that you won't receive the answer your first time that you meditate. This is going to be a practice. This is going to be a ritual per se that you are going to implement in your day-to-day routine. So don't get discouraged if you pray for something at 9 a.m. and then you meditate at 9:15 or 12 p.m. and you feel that you didn't receive the answer yet. That's perfectly normal. That's perfectly fine. Just like when you first rode a bike or you first learned to drive a car, you didn't get it all the way Gucci the first time. You had to continue to practice and you had to allow yourself to not be discouraged. So in that same light, you want to address and deal with prayer and meditation in the same way. So when I sit and I meditate, the thing that I use, really, really simple, are candles. Yep, prayer candles. Now, because I am a holistic practitioner, I do believe in color correspondences. I do follow the shape of the moon. I do believe in numerology. I do believe in synchronicities. I do believe in animal totems. So because I do subscribe to that line of thinking, when I meditate with a candle, I usually get a candle to correspond with whatever it is I'm meditating about or whatever answer I'm looking to receive. If I can't find that particular color, white is all encompassing, as well as a black candle. Black candles are hard to find for me locally. I usually have to order them. But white candles are a candle that, you can just find pretty much anywhere nowadays. This here was a rainbow candle, and you can still kind of see the colors. What had happened was, though, is that when I purchased it, I placed it in the window in the sun and I forgot about it. Closed the blinds, forgot about it. So it was in the windowsill for a very long time. And with the sun baking on it, it just melted all the colors together. And then you can see, I can't even see the wick anymore. Everything just melted together. So the rainbow candle represents the 7 chakras in the body. So the 7 colors in the candle correspond with the 7 chakras in the body, right? So when you meditate with that type of candle, it's cool to be able to meditate and focus on aligning your energies, balancing your energies, being more at one with spirit. So that's what I use 7 chakra rainbow candles for. The white candle, if I'm looking to master a particular challenge within myself, if I'm looking to bring a resolution to a situation in my favor, if I'm looking to bring more business to myself or attract more money, I'll use a white candle if I can't find the color correspondence that I prefer. So for example, if I'm doing any type of meditation that has to do with receiving new business ideas, receiving the verbiage that I want to put in a cold email, receiving money, unexpected money, receiving money that's due back to me, that's owed to me. If I'm meditating and visualizing about abundance and the future of wealth and what that looks like to me, I'm specifically thinking about the car, the house, the savings account, the opulence, then for those types of prayer and meditation correspondences, I will get either a green candle and or a gold candle. Green is universally representative of money, right? Gold is universally representative of wealth, of riches, of opulence. So when I'm working on receiving answers to that prayer of, okay, what's the next move I need to do in my business? What's the next organization I need to reach out to? How do I make myself and my package more attractive to this person? Gold and green candles are my fave for that type of meditation work. White, again, if you can't find particular colors, white or black candles work universally to cover any color that you're looking to use for your work. I know that in the past when I had court challenges, I would use red and or orange candles and meditate. Red because it's a fiery color, is representative of war, and I wanted to be successful in a particular war. You know, I wanted to win. I wanted my truth to be more convincing than the other party's truth. I wanted to do everything and say everything that would be in alignment with me winning. So that's why I would use a red candle. An orange candle I would use because it represents to me opening a road, removing obstacles. So orange corresponds in that way for me. So healing work, me being a healer, I would use a blue candle and sometimes purple because I use purple a lot in my business as a color. It represents royalty. It represents loyalty. It represents healing. So between blue and purple, just depending on what I'm trying to receive an answer for. But yeah, so what happens during the meditation, if I have mind chatter and I lose focus, I just focus on the flame. I draw my attention back to the flame on the candle. And it's also cool too if you have a candle that has a fragrance, because that helps with setting the ambiance. So for instance, one of the products I sell on my website is a mental health self-care kit. And I sell a volume 1, which is a generic kit, and then I sell a volume 2, which is a branded kit. So it has my trademark and signature logo and message on it. Both kits, though, have an aromatherapy candle. So the volume 1 kit, the generic kit, has like a vanilla scented candle, but the branded one has a lavender scented candle. And I chose it not only because it's purple, but because the smell of lavender is great for healing, for relaxation, for stress relief. So the type of products and services I offer that cater to mental health and healing, you need to de-stress when you're doing that type of work. So that's why I include that type of candle inside of the kit. So candle meditation is one of my favorite practices to do when it's coming to taking charge of my mental health and healing. When I was in corporate America, I remember having very stressful moments and running home and light my candles and sitting and just breathing and just crying. Sometimes I just cry. But the candle helps you to stay focused. The candle helps you to be clear and bring your thoughts back to center when they begin to drift. And then the flame itself represents purity and cleansing. That's even in the Bible. Fire consumes things. It devours things. And along its path, it cleanses and clears anything in its way. So when you have all those elements together while you're meditating, you are guaranteed to have a more successful meditative experience over time. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and make sure to leave me a comment in the comment section below, and I do respond back. Let me know what you think about these techniques. Let me know if you've tried them before. Let me know if you're going to try them. And if so, I would love for you to come back to this video and let me know your experiences with it. Again, I'll be happy to answer any questions. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and make sure you click the notification bell so that you are one of the first persons to know when I upload new content. My channel is dedicated to any and everything mental health and healing related without medication, as well as different tips and techniques to achieve holistic success, which means an alignment of mind, body, and spirit. Thank you for watching. Be blessed.